Good morning, everyone. Morning. Happy Friday. Hold on. The angle is kind of weird. Is this better? Okay, cool. Hi, everyone that's joining. Good morning. Good morning. I will start in a couple of seconds. Good morning, Harsh. I have to text you after this, a couple of things. Alright, so the numbers are climbing, so people are joining. So I will get right into it. It's actually going to be a quick one today, but I just wanted to kind of get on live and say hi to everybody and talk about this topic. And it's kind of controversial, the topic. You know, I'm saying why hope is bullshit, but I'll explain my version. And hopefully this will help you. So, why hope is bullshit? So, you ever hear people say, oh, before I get into it, I always forget this part. I'm sorry. Let me introduce myself to anybody new that's on live. I always do this. My name is Justine Luzzi. I am a spiritual life coach, healer, and mentor. I especially deal with highly sensitive people and empaths, and I do a lot of topics based on that. It is my number one pain point. I am an empath, so it has caused a lot of conflict in my life. For those who don't know what an empath is, being an empath is when you're deeply affected by other people's energies and emotions and have an innate ability to intuitively feel and perceive others. Being an empath is much more than being highly sensitive. It involves special intuitive gifts as well. So that's what an empath is. I really specialize in supporting and coaching around being empathic and being a highly sensitive person. So if you have any questions around that, please feel free to message me and we can talk. So, all right, going into the topic for today. So hope. Why hope is bullshit? My version, right? So let's just talk about different perspectives. Everybody has different perspectives, right? And this is the perspective that I'm coming from. So if you disagree, that's totally fine. I actually have a close friend that disagrees. But again, your opinions are valid. Good morning. I'm well. How are you? Good morning. Thanks for joining. Please, it's totally fine. Everybody's everybody's opinions are valid, so that's totally fine. So why hope is bullshit? So you ever hear someone or maybe yourself say something like, I hope I get this job, or I hope he asks me out, or you know, anything to that effect, right? So when we use the word hope, we're actually creating expectations for ourselves, right? So what happens when we make expectations? Expectations, I don't know if you ever heard this saying, but when we create expectations, wait, hold on, let me get it right. I'm always on the spot with it. Hold on, and I don't want to get it wrong. I think it's the fastest way to become disappointed is to create expectations. Good morning, Catherine. Is to create expectations, right? So we're actually setting ourselves up for failure when we make statements like that, right? So, and it also puts us in a place of almost despair, right? Because it's almost like we're waiting for this one thing to make us happy, right? So it's like, I hope I get this job. And then what if we don't get the job? Does that make us any less than what we are? Does that put us in a mood that's more depressed? Yeah, it does. So it creates this cycle that is completely unnecessary. I know what some of you are thinking as, good morning, Giles. Good morning. Oh, that's sweet. So we're creating this cycle that really just sets us up for failure. Hi. How are you? Hi, John. So we're setting ourselves up for this cycle of failure, right? I know part of the, you can counter that by saying, well, that's just being positive. Yes, and no, it's more of creating expectations. So if you want to be positive, there's actually a couple other things that you can do that actually I believe are way better than hope, right? So the first thing is actually setting intentions, right? So what does setting an intention mean? It means a statement of empowerment, right? I have this job. I have this relationship. That instead of hoping that it'll come to you, You're actually making an intention that you already have it. And what that do, hope is the expectation of failure. Faith. Yes. Yes, Jean. That was my second thing. Awesome. We're on the same page here. And here too. Awesome. Yeah, that's my second thing, Jean, so I'll go into it. So yeah, so the first thing is setting an intention, acting like you already have it, right? And when you do that, you tell the universe how badly you want it. So it's mirroring it, right? So universe mirrors everything, right? So if we say that we already have the job, we're putting out into the universe that we already have it, right? And we're more likely to get it instead of saying, I hope, I wish, right? And then the second thing that Jean just hit on right there, if you could see it in the comments, faith, right? Instead of having hope, have faith. Now, what's the difference, right? Faith is relying on something bigger than yourself. And in my, whatever you want to call it, right? Universe, the divine, God, whatever works for you. So we're relying on the universe to produce the best outcome for our greater good.